All right, so at the end of the day, it comes down to three ways of thinking when it comes to money. I'll say, three mindsets. You've got the poor, the middle, and the rich class, and they all think about money extremely differently. So I originally learned this concept from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I believe in like 2012, but I recently read a book by Myron Golden. Um, I think it's called The Ebony Treasure Map. Oh, The Road to Riches, something like that. But I'm going to explain it kind of the way that Myron Golden does in his book because it's so much easier to kind of picture. So the way he explains it is with windows in a house. And everybody has money coming in, and it doesn't matter how, but it's the way that money actually goes out, the way we spend it, that makes the differences. Because honestly, it doesn't matter how much you make. If you don't know how to manage it, it's all out the window. So the poor class, a poor mindset in the eyes of, I guess, Myron Golden and Robert Kiyosaki, they explain that the money that they have coming in goes out for bills. They live to work and they work to live. So money comes in one way and it goes out with bills, utilities, everyday expenses, everyday living. So it's a pretty straightforward pattern. Now, when it comes to the middle class more so uses credit to get what they want. So the money comes in and then it goes out through those regular expenses, and it also goes out in the form of monthly payments as far as credit cards, personal loans, mortgages, auto loans, all those payments, that debt. So the middle class uses debt to kind of keep in good standing and to kind of afford the things that we want. So at the end of the day, when the rich have money coming in, they hold money and they keep money and they invest it for themselves. They have a portion of money that works for them at the end of the day. It's not coming in and going right back out. It sits around, makes a little bit, and then it can be reinvested, or it can go to other expenses. So all of your income that's coming in is not going towards those expenses, and it'll take a little bit off of you. So rich people, their mindset is, okay, I make this money, but I need my money to make money. I need investments. I need assets, because income follows assets, whether those are assets that you purchase or acquire or assets that you build. So when it comes to the rich mindset, I'm probably somewhere between the middle and the rich, because I don't have a lot to play around with, but the things that I do have, I know how to use them. I am resourceful with my resources. So at the end of the day, the idea of paying yourself first doesn't mean that you hold money so that you can buy what you want. That means that you pay yourself first so that your money can work for you and make more money and can pay off some of those expenses without you using the income that you worked for. So at the end of the day, it's all in your mind. It's a mindset. Money is less material than we think it is, and I believe there's more of an abundance of money than we understand. I think that when we think of money, we think about like a bakery and pie. So when you have a slice or you have a bite and the pie is gone, that's it. But I don't believe that's how money works. I truly believe that money is more like a garden than a bakery. And in a garden, consumption or using creates an abundance. So the more that you use, the more that you have. And that's the way that I think that we should think about money. It's more spiritual. And at the end of the day, that's hard for us to understand. We're used to trading our time, getting our money, and then using that money to live, to do what we need to do. But at the end of the day, management of money is key. And without management, the multiplication part doesn't mean anything. Like I said, I've seen people make $6,000 a month and blow it. I've seen people make $100,000 a month and blow it. I've seen, multi-million-dollar businesses that are technically broke. Don't feel bad. Like, we have this fear and this angst and this stress when it comes to money, but I promise, most of us bad with it. It's just something that we got to get better in our mindset. And that's the hardest thing. I could teach you interest rate, good debt, bad debt, how to get approved for a loan, how to increase your credit, but at the end of the day, it is all in your mind. Everything. It's a battle up here. As many decisions as we make, as emotional as money is, we have to really understand ourselves and what we want. We have to truly understand the stuff that's deep down. Like, maybe you grew up in a household where money was scarce. Like, maybe you have a scarcity mindset now. Maybe you have a little bit more, but you save for a rainy day. And at the end of the day, if your money's just sitting and saving and you're not doing anything with it, it's not working for you. It's not working. It's just sitting, waiting to be spent. And that's a mindset thing. So I just wanted to hop on here and talk to you about that because that's probably one of the biggest things that changed my life. Like, I remember reading Robert Kiyosaki's books, and I can't remember, he has one, not cash flow quadrant, but it's another one on real estate. And I remember working at BMW, third shift. It was probably 1 o'clock in the morning. And I just had lunch, and I was reading that book, and I remember, putting myself in the wrong set of shoes. They were explaining how you would do a lease to purchase. And I'm looking at it on the side like, okay, if I can't buy, maybe this is the option for me when I should have been looking the whole time like, okay, if I actually end up owning an investment property and I want to be the leaseor, not the leasee. Mindset. Focus on what you want. Focus on the things that are going to get you closer to your goals. Know your goals. Have SMART goals. Just like with everything, money, just relationships, at the end of the day boils down to knowing yourself. So if you can invest in yourself, like that's one of the first things I tell people who want to understand where to start with investment. Start with yourself. Know you. Because I don't care where you take that $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, somebody gonna have something to say with what you should do with it. And I'm not saying they're a bad person for doing their job and selling you things. But I'm saying at the end of the day, it's you. It's your choice. You know you better than anybody else. You know what you want. You know what you desire. You know what challenges, mistakes you've gone through in the past. You know your risk tolerance. You know you can be opened up to new opportunities. But at the end of the day, I need you to know your foundation and what you're building on and what you're planning on building. So that's all basically. Like, at the end of the day, there is bad debt, there is good debt, depending on your mindset and what you're going to do with that debt makes it good or not. So think about that. Understand, what you need to do, what aligns with your earning and your spending, and keep up the good work because at the end of the day, it's all on you. So when you know better, you do better, and that's it.